Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Simply Nerdy. This is Anthony. I'm going to be hosting today, and my co-host is Steven.
What's up, everybody?
And we just wanted to make a quick recording about the recent rumors that have been bumping around for the Nintendo Switch Pro, as we've been calling it, or the Nintendo Switch 2, depending on who's reporting. So, not a ton to talk about, but we wanted to discuss it and see what your thoughts are too. So where we're pulling this from is an article posted by Tom's Guide. We're going to focus particularly on, I think, what is the newest rumor here, which is the suggestion that there's going to be dual screen support for the Switch. So I think this is the first time I've heard of this. There's a lot of other stuff that we've heard in the past that I think we've discussed before, but the dual screen thing is brand new as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, I haven't heard of that either, but I don't necessarily want it either.
No, yeah, and so my concern right off the bat is, first of all, is this actually the next Nintendo Switch, or are they resurrecting the 3DS again?
Or the Wii U.
Or the Wii U, I suppose. I don't want them to do that because I think that the Switch is what the Wii U should have been, and so let's not go back to that form factor for any reason.
I agree, but they said it's going to be a dual screen and it would be a home console only, and the only way it can be dual screen is if you have another gamepad. Oh, no.
Well,
and you can't play in portable mode, or at least not very far from your console.
Okay, but you know what? You just actually put an interesting bug in my ear that just gave me a thought. So you're saying it's like the Wii U, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Okay. So bear with us, everyone. This is us just kind of shooting the breeze here, which is basically the entire point of this video.
Yes.
Just to talk about our thoughts about the rumors.
It is.
What if, Steven? What if what they do is there's going to be, you know, the rumors we've been hearing about it being a docked experience only. It's just a console only, hooked to the TV, right?
Yep.
But if there's dual screen support, and you're suggesting what if it's like the Wii U, what if the way it works is the tablet is the current Switch and it connects to the Switch Pro the same way that the gamepad connected to the Wii U, but you can still have the Switch be its own thing, so that part's still portable, but the Switch itself acts as the tablet controller, quote unquote, for connecting to the Switch Pro, if it even exists, if it really is a console-only thing. I mean, like, you would only be able to play it that way as you're connected to the TV and connecting the Switch to the console. I don't know. Maybe that's completely ridiculous.
No. I like that. That would be better, in my opinion, if that's how it's going to work. My only concern with that is, or not with that, but my concern is that crap, I forgot my train of thought. Are you going to have to dock your Nintendo Switch into the Switch Pro to play? Because dual screen gaming sounds to me like it would be connecting wirelessly via Bluetooth or something to the Switch Pro dock, therefore showing up on your screen, and you can still see the screen below you. Yeah. And that would just drain your battery like crazy, especially if it does 4K support that way.
Well,
so
no.
You have to plug in your Switch into some kind of a wall outlet while you're playing or something. How would it?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking more along the lines of like the cloud gaming idea. Like, you know, you can cast, you know, with the Microsoft Project X Cloud, you can use your console basically as a server, and it casts. It does the processing power, but then casts the game itself to your device, whether it's your phone or whatever.
I got you.
So, like,
okay, that's better.
What if there's a similar thing here? And you can either have a Bluetooth connection to the Switch Pro itself, and it's connected to the TV, and then you have the higher end support, if that's even the case. Again, past rumors have suggested that the Switch Pro would be a marginal update, which I think would be a really bad idea for Nintendo to do. We've talked about this before. I think Nintendo's always been able to get away with being a little bit behind the competition, but if they do a marginal increase, they're going to be miles and miles behind. And some people would suggest they're already there. And you know what? I think that's a matter of opinion, certainly in the eye of the beholder. But I think even from my standpoint, that would be shockingly far behind.
I totally.
If they only do a marginal.
Why would they need to have a Switch Pro dock if it doesn't Pro it?
Right.
If it doesn't make it much better, like why would I need to upgrade? There's no reason to upgrade if it's not going to upgrade that much.
Right. No, certainly if the rumor that suggests it's going to be docked only is true, then it needs to make up for that loss of portability by bringing some juice. You know?
I agree. Yep, I agree. I agree, because if not, I'm sticking with my normal Switch and I'm not upgrading, bro.
Oh, no.
The portability of the Switch is what makes it so awesome.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to downgrade for a TV only, I want the power behind it.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you there.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I guess our discussion here is basically as all over the place as the rumors themselves. So
yes.
I think here's how I'd sum up our thoughts so far. If first of all, if it really is going to be docked, it needs to be more powerful than some of the rumors suggest. I think if they bring in 4K support, then they're going to be okay. I think if they do less than that, then they're asking for trouble.
Especially if they're going for the rumored price of $400.
Right, because that's edging up into the competitors' territory.
Yeah, you could pay $500 and get yourself a PlayStation 5 or a Mate. We don't know the prices, I guess, yet, but it's $500 to $200 more, perhaps, to get a 8K console.
Right.
Instead of a 1080, 10 whatever it is going to be. Maybe a tad better than 1080, but not enough to justify the $400 price tag, in my opinion.
No, I agree. So if that's the case, I think they need to bring some more power to the table. The idea of like the Switch being used as a Wii U sort of form factor for whatever comes next is certainly just me blowing steam out my ears here. So I don't know if I even believe that's true. That would be interesting if they did something like that. And
it would be weird.
Sure how it would work.
Yep.
Personally, I don't think I'd care enough because we basically already got that. We just don't have two screens, which, to be honest, has never really been that important to me to begin with. I know it was like a big deal for the DS and 3DS, but
yeah, those are great.
But I think that it wasn't the second screen that made those systems so great. I always felt like that was kind of ancillary. Most of the time I spent my time looking at the one screen anyway, especially with the 3DS, you know, because its form factor basically
was the 3D, and basically your maps was on the bottom screen most of the time anyway.
Right, and so it was just a convenience. It wasn't actually, something truly compelling. So I think...
Agreed.
I think if they're going to go back to this strange love they have for two screens, then to be honest, I'm don't love that idea. And if that rumor, and I guess this is kind of going back to where we started. If the rumor is true that there's going to be a second screen, what I would hope to find out is that it's actually a successor to the 3DS and not the Switch, and the Switch has something else on the way that we just don't know anything about yet.
You want a successor to the 3DS? I mean,
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me wrong. Let me clarify that. See, I'm fine with the 3DS being done because I feel like the Switch is the worthy successor of the portability that I think was the real draw for the 3DS and DS lines.
That and the games.
And the games, yes, of course. But what I'm saying is, if the dual screen thing is true, if Nintendo really is going to do that, then I would rather it be a successor to the 3DS than the form factor for the next Switch, because I think that's them losing their way again.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. I want a one-screen experience from their home consoles from now on. I mean, the Wii U was awesome and I loved it, And I love the 3DS, love the 2DS, but for the home consoles, like, I'd rather stick with the one screen, please.
I just don't think there's any reason to have two.
I don't think so either.
You know, even the games that kind of found ways to make use of both screens in more kind of actual, well, what am I trying to say? Like in ways that actually made them an important part, of the gaming experience. Yep. Even those, you know, didn't make it like a selling point necessarily. It was more just like, oh, that was kind of clever, and that was it.
Yep, that was it.
So, you know, I think if Nintendo decides to do this dual screen thing again with the Switch, then I think it's kind of putting their faith in a gimmick again. And and I just want them to kind of power forward with what makes the Switch so great, and that is, you know, being able to play AAA games that aren't just, you know, these downgraded portable friendly games, you know, but actual AAA games anywhere I want to go, and then pop it in the TV.
Pop it in the TV. You know? Yep. The Switch is a Switch for a reason. Switch.
Yes.
Let's keep it Switch, please. I'd love them to just keep experimenting and keep going with that idea, because it's been game changer for me, and I don't want them to do anything else. Don't stray away, Nintendo. No. Keep in the direction you're going. No back steps.
So I guess, to sum up what we've said here, this latest rumor does not make us super pleased, and we hope that it's false.
Yes.
Which, again, it's a rumor, so, you know, I guess there's a good chance of that. But let us know your thoughts in the comments if you would actually enjoy the idea of a dual screen, and maybe let us know why, because, you know, obviously everyone has their different opinions and nobody is just plain right. But us personally,
convince me. Convince me.
Right, yeah. Nah, you
can
that.
Try. I'm just kidding.
But in the end, what I'm really hoping is, you know, just that at the very least, okay, if they're going to have, you know, more lines like the 3DS, you know, coming back, then that's fine, as long as you can still give me this revolutionary experience that the Switch has introduced me to. If I can have another system that still maintains, you know, that form factor, then do what you want. Just
agreed, but I've seen some horror pictures or thumbnails where people have created a flip dual screen on the Switch, and it doesn't look good.
No,
so,
please don't.
I agree. Keep the portability and stuff, and if that's the direction you have to go, then I guess do it. But it looks ugly.
That's just not.
I was like, oh no.
No.
Anyway, let us know down in the comments below. We're done ranting, but we are slightly concerned citizens.
Yeah, because it just seems like after this revolution, like they're gonna rest on their laurels and do something crazy, and then, you know, we'll have another Wii U era where I don't know, like this feast and famine like cycle that Nintendo's been going through for the past few generations is starting to get just a little tiresome. I'm ready for it to just be a feast, and I think that particularly the reason why I don't want them to, I mean, I feel like it's largely Nintendo's fault that there's any famine periods at all. Like,
agreed. And
so I think that I just want them to not do anything too crazy, and this kind of sounds like it's pretty crazy.
I agree.
So
stop being so reckless, Nintendo. Do something awesome.
You know, I mean, their creativity is what has gotten us here, but I just hope they keep it reined in so that, you know, we don't lose what we've got. And I really also hope, you know, that they actually do decide to go forward with a little bit more power to, like...
Can I hear an amen?
Ideally, so the way I would have it, if I could have my way, it would be same form factor, you know, a portable device that can be docked, but more powerful to remain at least comparatively competitive.
Yes.
To at least the same degree that the Switch is with the PS4 and Xbox One right now.
Agreed. Yes.
Do that, and I'm satisfied. Anyway, I keep on going round and round
We have thoughts spinning out in our heads left and right, so forgive us. But man, for real, we just have a lot to say. We don't want to lose it. Okay, that's all. All right, you heard it here first.
And again, let us know your thoughts. But until next time, you guys, keep it nerdy.
Keep it nerdy, guys.